Hey guys! So today's video is about wandering rogues. So one of the most common questions I get asked when making videos or streaming is why am I always grinding at wandering rogues? So in this video I'm going to be showing you guys the wandering rogues rotation as well as elaborating on why wandering rogues is so good as a grind spot for low to mid-level players. So before I explain why it's so good, here is the rotation. So, from the Tarif Storage Manager, getting to Wandering Rogues is pretty simple. It only takes about a minute, and then we can start on the rotation. So you can just leave the town to the north, but I prefer to leave by this little side passage. And then you just come over here, and head up here. Then you do the same thing right here, and we are almost at the rotation. Simply go like this. Always hanging to the right along the cliff. And I like to park my horse off over here so that if needed I can drop items off. If you have low inventory, bringing a wagon is advised. And then the rotation starts over here. So you kill all these monsters. Then you head over here, killing this pack. This pack can be skipped. If you want, you can do it, but it's a small pack. This pack, I like to bring them over here to kill with this pack. And then you just head over across to kill over here. Camera shake is really going off right now, sorry about that. Murder this pack. Get stunned by that guy because you don't kill him. And then you're about halfway through right here. You kill that pack, you kill this pack, you head up here. So this is one of the optional packs right here. If you're clearing slowly, don't feel the need to come up here. It's got some decent monsters, but it's not required for the rotation. Same with over here. If you're clearing slowly, you kill this pack right here, but you don't need to head up here to kill this pack. This pack is, once again, optional and can be skipped if you're going fairly slow and things are respawning before you get back to them. And this is one more optional pack right here. And then back here is the main rotation. You can just head right over here from that pack just over there. If these pug noses group up, feel free to kill them as you go through, but they're not worth too much experience. And then we're almost done. You kill these guys on the way through, and then right here is the last pack. For lower levels, you'll aggro these guys as you run past, so you can just kill these guys before heading over there. And then you come back up here, you kill these guys on the way through this time, and you're back where you started. So that is the entire rotation for Wandering Rogues. Very quick, very simple. Define this pack right here. One of the little tips I can give is on the minimap. Apparently you can't see a thing. But on the minimap, the Wandering Rogues Den, the big triangle right there, will be immediately to the right of where you need to start this pack. Anyways, that is the rotation. Alright, so the three main reasons to grind at Wandering Rogues are convenience, silver per hour, and contested. So, starting off with convenience. Wandering Rogues sits as close to a storage manager as a grinding spot can reasonably get. It only takes about a minute to go from the storage manager at Tarif to the actual grind spot itself, and about a minute and a half to get back from the grind spot to the storage manager. It is located next to Tarif, which is only a short ride away from Heidel and Velia, two of the most common main cities for players to use. The rotation is extremely easy, as you can see. It's pretty much just a circle with two little parts that you can branch off to do optionally if you need extra monsters. And it's just a very convenient spot in general. You don't need to go all the way over to the desert for Fogans or anything else in Valencia. You don't need to go far out east for any of the monsters near Alta Nova. You don't need to ride all the way out west for Kama Sylvia. It's just a very convenient grinding spot. Rogues is one of the most convenient grind spots in the game. Secondly, silver per hour. So Wandering Rogue's silver per hour is actually much higher than most players would guess for a grind spot that only needs about 130 AP for efficient grinding. With only 5 Tier 1 pets, I personally use 4 T1s and a T2, a player can easily earn about 20 to 30 million silver an hour, and that number can go even higher with a few lucky drops. So these numbers, they come from a few different drops. The turn-ins at Rogues are obviously one of the bigger parts of your silver per hour. I would estimate that you get about 3,600 to 4,500 turn-ins in an average hour, which means you get about 6 to 9 million silver, depending on how much you farm, how good your pets are, and if you're stopping to pick up the drops yourself. Rogues' turns are also notable in the fact that because you only require 600 of them, your pets don't need to be as on point as they would be for somewhere like Sawsons, where you need 1,000 of each turn-in for the million silver gold bar. After the turn-ins, Rogues also drop the Schulz Necklace and Belt, which can both go for a couple million silver each depending on the day and the meta. Way back when I started playing, the Schulz Necklace was actually at 11 million silver, and if you got 2 or 3 of them in a session, you were making mad silver. These days, it's worth anywhere between 1 to 3 million on average, but sometimes it goes higher than that. The Belt is usually worth between about 1 to 3 million as well, but it stays relatively constant in that range. But neither the turn-ins or the Schulz set are the real secret to Rogue Silver. The real secret to Rogue Silver is the gear drops. So thanks to the Reigning Enhancements change, which happened a couple months ago as of this video, gear can drop unupgraded, but it can also drop already enhanced all the way up to plus 15. Rogues have a lot of gear drops. In fact, most of the drops you get at Rogues, what will fill your inventory, are gear drops. So getting a plus 15 drop is an easy 12, 13 million silver. And all the other already enhanced drops can be turned into blackstones at the blacksmith by extracting the blackstones. Rogues also drop a number of items that can be sold for 100 to 200,000 each, unupgraded, such as the Steel Dagger, the Jubre Talisman, the Needle Trinket, and others. Like, I believe there's some Hercules armor, for example. This all helps to drive up your silver per hour, and makes Rogues very good and profitable for mid-level players. So the final main reason to grind at Wandering Rogues is that it's very uncontested. No one really grinds at Rogues, as of this video. Most of the people you find at Rogues are newer players with bad gear, or players doing guild missions. This means that it's very easy to find a rotation. Newer players with bad gear won't stay for long because they won't have bad gear forever, they'll move up in spots, or you can just force them out. And players doing guild missions only stay for about 20-30 minutes, or as long as it takes to do the guild mission. So this means that usually you'll just walk up on a Rogues and the spot won't be taken at all. If the spot is taken, switching servers almost always guarantees you a spot. This further increases the convenience factor of Rogues, as it means you don't need to worry about being contested for your spot, worrying about players messing up your rotation, or having to switch servers repeatedly until you find a spot. So Rogues is probably one of my favorite grind spots in the game because of all of this. It makes you fairly good silver. It's a very chill spot. You don't need to worry about people constantly coming to contest you or fight for your spot. It's got fairly good drops. You don't need amazing pets to farm at Rogues because that's one of the other secrets, actually. Because there's so few Rogues in each pack, there's only about 4 to 8 in an average pack, your pets, even at Tier 1, can pick up pretty much all the drops in a pack if you just give them an extra 2 to 3 seconds to pick up again. Which means you don't need really good pets, it's a very budget spot. You don't need amazing gear to farm at Rogues. About 120, 130 AP is just fine for a decent rotation. Going up to about 150 means you will farm extremely efficiently. You don't need to do anything weird. There's no like jumping over random rock piles or having to climb over stuff. You just run up a couple of hills and the entire spot is easy to farm. The silver per hour is great, and yeah, I love Wandering Rogues. Hopefully this video convinces some people to give Wandering Rogues a shot if they feel that they can't compete at Fogans, or don't like having to go all the way out for Nagas, or going to Kama Sylvia. It's a nice spot, and yeah. Anyways guys, I hope this video helped you out. Comment below if you have your own sort of hidden grinding spot that you really like and feel people underrate. One thing I forgot to mention, you don't need to live at Rogues either, like you do at Pirates. You don't need to go out there and park a character there for a couple days while you get the most out of it. Super convenient. But yeah, comment below, subscribe if you liked it, and have a good one.